about to go crazy.
Yo.
Bitch, go crazy. Bitch, go crazy.
Y'all planned this out? Y'all got like the same colors.
Oh, man, I mean, legends think alike, man.
I hear that, man.
Oh,
He did this thing last week where it was like, all the OGs are going to be gone. Do you think, are you going to be top 5 in like 2030? You know how they be like, yo, Jay-Z's top 5, but if you see yourself like 10, 15 years from now, are you going to be on that list?
On the real, I see myself as 101. I feel like I'm number 1 in that category.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I put the work in to be that, not only on my craft, but just on my mental and my well-being. So I know God will reward me with that for sure.
You are NLE Choppa.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other. I mean, did you get any comparisons in the beginning, or?
I got a lot of comparisons to other artists, but I feel like over the years, just me being more in tune with myself and my own feelings, I just kind of created that own lane that other people might want to follow now. So, yeah, I'm for sure like the unicorn or like the alien amongst the industry. I don't really feel like there's nobody that you can compare me to.
Yeah, I think especially, what you're doing at your age, educating the youth about certain things they may not be thinking about, what other artists think about. I remember last time you was talking to Whoo Kid, I told him to, mention some chlorophyll. His stomach was fucked up. And I was like, yo, you gotta listen to NLE Choppa, man. You be telling people to eat the right way and all that other shit.
Sure.
So we brought some chlorophyll for you today, man.
For sure, there's love.
You know what I mean? So if you want to take some chlorophyll later.
Where is that? First of all, NLE's going to teach me about this shit because I couldn't shit for like a week. I don't know if that's TFI. I don't know.
We got some Chlorofresh. It's a Whole Goods version. Whole Foods.
Can you give me a one-on-one on that before we start anything? Because you're the health guy right now. You know what I'm saying?
So chlorophyll is pretty much, it is kind of like life and a joy, So in the process of photosynthesis, this is what makes the pigment of like plants and stuff green.
The green
That's
shit,
what give it the life of
color.
it, So it's kind of like, it gives it life. I use chlorophyll. I don't use chlorophyll as much as I used to, but it was a part of my regimen, like in everyday life at a point of time. So
you was drinking it every morning type shit, or like?
Yeah, I like put it in. I made a sea moss out of it, so I put the sea moss in my water, and I have chlorophyll flavored sea moss.
Damn, man,
my water.
This guy's combining.
Yeah, he doing some different shit, man.
Killing 2 birds with one stone.
2 birds, 1 stone, man.
So,
you've been on that for like, I think, almost a couple of years now, but now sea moss is getting a little more popular now. I don't know. I guess companies are trying to cash in and they're making it flavorful, or they're adding like taste to it. Because I remember I'm a designer. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? He's like dipping a spoon in this gooey gelatin, tasteless shit. What is that also? Like, sea moss.
So sea moss is a sea vegetable. You know what I'm saying? It grows off of a rock. And as
this
you
is
know,
crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
As you know, rocks hold like the most minerals out of anything on the earth. Rocks do. And it comes off of a rock, and they just kind of detach it from it, bring it back up. People go dive and go get it. People has actually lost their life diving to get sea moss. Like, that's how deep you gotta go. So
what?
It come back up with it, and it's with it being attached to the rock, it holds like 92 to 108 minerals, sometimes even more.
Holy.
So yeah. I always wanted to do like research on what if people just, instead of grab the sea moss, what if they just grab the rock that the sea moss came from? How much more of nutrients and minerals you would get out of just the rock? That's a thought I had. So
niggas thinking ahead, man.
Did you get that from like a doctor that's like hiding right now? Like, they be killing off those doctors that try to give us like a way to heal ourselves, right?
No, I just kind of did it off basic research. Just researching things that I put into my body, just reading more about it and learning about it. I'm more of a visual learner too. Like, I like to watch videos on things, and the TikTok app, that shit'll help you learn anything nowadays. Like, you can just search shit up on TikTok, you'll watch a whole informational video about whatever.
Yeah.
So shit like TikTok, like a YouTube, and a Wikipedia, all in one.
So TikTok is not only like making him more outrageously famous, because his dances, I'm surprised I even got that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Is that the bitch go crazy dance, or I don't know?
No. So it's called the Cosby Walk. It's
shit!
It's from some folks in Memphis. Shout out to my Memphis partners. They call it the Cosby Walk. They got it going viral. So shout out to 901 ENT.
I was in Memphis rolling with some young kids. I brought this up with Glorilla, man. She told me they do the same thing. I don't know if you do it, but when I was rolling through Memphis, like we would not stop at lights. Like we would just keep speeding. Like, and I'm talking about like 100 miles per hour. And these kids are like 17. They got like AKs. And I'm like, yo, why y'all rushing through all these lights?
So it's a defense thing. Like first and foremost, it lets you know who following you. Like if somebody's behind you, you going 100. If you're going 100 miles per hour, you running every red light, or you hit the E-way, you going 100, and you going in and out of cars. It's easier to see if somebody's trying to keep up with you. So like if nobody's behind you keeping up, you good. Ain't nobody following you. But if you looking behind and you 3 cars deep with the guys, whoever at the end of the car, whoever at the end of the line got to make sure, okay, that car ain't with us, so why are they on our tail? And that's how you know. So it's kind of like a defense thing.
But I felt like the president of fucking Memphis or something. They were taking me to the club, but they actually stopped at the intersection. Like, where the police at? These are like young kids, and like, you know, what do you call them? Those fast cars they got over there. Those fucking
cats.
Yeah, like mad Hellcats, and then I'm like, and they're reckless too. So I'm like, yo, am I going to jail to DJ tonight? But we really went all the way to the club with no problem. I'm talking about like 30 lights. It's not like, all right, 5 lights and we chilling. This is like, these are like kids, but is that normal? Like,
yeah, it's normal, extremely normal. Extremely normal. And then the lights that we know that have like cameras to take pictures, we do a thing to where it looks like we're making a right, you know, because right turns automatic. It look like we're making a right, but we go kind of around and curve it around and then go straight.
Get the hell out of here.
It look like we're making a right turn, but the cameras don't catch it.
So coming up in Memphis, like who are the people that inspired you?
Man, coming up in Memphis, I gotta go with, like I was just saying earlier, Gotti and Dolph. And they didn't even inspire me musically, more so business wise. As far as like building an empire, you know, that's what really inspired me musically. I didn't really take any music inspirations from a lot of Memphis artists because I always wanted to be different, you know. So I listened to a lot of Tupac, a lot of Lil Wayne, and those were like my go-tos. And as well, I did shout out to Block Boy JB. And like when I was about 14,
that's my brother
14, 13, like that's who was bumping around the city, Block Boy. So I got to give props to Block.
Who's the producers that you fuck with that?
I just did some shit with Timbaland. It was crazy. So Timbo, yeah, I just got 2 songs.
Where
with
is
Timbaland.
it?
It's on my next project, Cottonwood 2.
Where is it?
February, like it's coming up February, man. So I got like 2 in with Tim.
Wow.
I'm good friends with Ice Cube. I've even talked to Ice Cube.
I was with him last night.
For real?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I talked to Ice Cube about let's get in with Dr. Dre, see what we can come up with. You know, so certain things like that. I love all the old school. Like, I feel like that's me. I feel like that era was I had a past life in that era because like I love it so much. And even with movies, like when I get into movies, I want to bring back the Boys in the Hood feel, the Menace to Society.
We don't see that anymore.
The Deuces feel. Yeah, we need raw and
whack ass directors now.
Yeah,
they got like straight to fucking DVD movie. They don't have DVDs no more, but straight to Hulu, straight to Netflix. Yeah, can we do like a big budget? I mean, Memphis has a lot of. I'm sure there's gangsters there that got ill stories, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
And that's what I'm willing to do things of that nature, shine that type of light, showing the struggles that we really go through. I feel like it's not any movies that really shine that light on cultural things that go on in the city anymore, but bring it to that light, but also show how we can fix it.
You need to figure that out, man. And you look like you look like you ready to do that movie right now.
I'm too ready. If
you need me to get shot, like, you know, I'm just staying, like, shoot a nigga, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Let's get into the Do It Again record, man. Yo, he actually did some shit I used to do when I used to tour, like with Waka Flocka, man. Like the 1 head and 2 booties. Yo, when you did that, that shit woke me up. I was like, oh shit, this guy is me. You know what I'm saying? I was TikTok. TikTok took that shit to like outer space, huh?
Whole nother level, you know. This is crazy. You know, it was a song where people told me to keep sticking with it, just keep promoting it, and it did what it did. You know, when I first dropped it, I was looking at the views in the day, and I'm like, it ain't what I wanted. And sometimes we just got to be grateful for what we have. And along that process, I just gained like a gratitude or a gratefulness for what I did have, and just kept hitting the ground running with trying to make it what I wanted it to be. And now it's doing superb, you know.
It's out of here, man.
It's out of here, that track, man.
And I feel like he dropped it like you and Lil Uzi got like the wildest fucking dances. Like, I just want to rock. And now here you go. Bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Who can look like having a seizure? All these TikTok dances.
I'm going crazy right now.
Crazy on
I'm going
this.
crazy. He had like an aggressive style. Like, did he influence you? Like, at least him being aggressive?
I mean, No Vaseline was just crazy.
That was crazy.
Like, that was the craziest, most disrespectful, one of the most disrespectful songs I had.
I was telling him that. Like, it's either Hit 'Em Up or
Hit 'Em
No
Up.
Vaseline.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. And Hit 'Em,
Yeah.
well, I was just about to say this. I think Hit 'Em Up was more disrespectful. Not even the song, but how he talked at the end.
At the end,
Like,
right?
it was crazy. Like, I listened to it every time, and when I heard the part, he was like, "Don't one of you niggas got sickle cells or something?"
That
I said,
was harsh.
Yo.
We were talking about that. Like, someone was like, "Yo, I didn't know Prodigy had sickle cell till Tupac said it."
Yo, what's crazy is it's a
Shit.
version of that outro that's longer than that.
Yeah, he has that.
It's a version that he's talking about other people, but I guess somebody kind of got in his ear, was like, "Yo, okay, at least take some of
Edit
it
some
out."
of this
Like,
shit out.
it's a version. I wish I could find. I think I found it before, but I gotta go back on the internet and find
That's
it. But
crazy.
he's talking about a lot of people.
And you see how everybody's going getting locked up off the shit.
Yeah,
now.
everybody's getting locked up.
You gotta
or
slow that
down.
shit down now. Like, you know, showing shit on the internet is not like, and I don't think that's brownie points. You know,
For sure. And I feel, in a sense, I tell everybody this, and it might sound, and I try not to sound selfish or just anything, but man, I'm gonna be honest. I also felt like God was just clearing like a whole industry for me. Because like if you look at it, I feel like I'm really one of the rarest ones that's really like staying out the way, telling people what to do for the best benefits. Not trying to be out in the mix because I know what that brings. Just educating people and staying out the way and really living what I'm preaching. And I feel like God is gonna reward me big time for that. Because what I was looking at, RIP to everybody who lost their life, free everyone who was in jail. But I looked at it as if God was hitting a reset button. Like this whole year, since the pandemic first started, it was like God hit a reset button on the whole world.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like that was really like the reset. That was literally the reset. Things died. A lot of things died from people who had diseases. A lot of people died from artists to actors. It was like a reset to where it's like the earth kind of cleaned itself out.
Ultimate transition,
you know?
man.
So that's how I looked at it, and I was like, yo, it's like I was just sitting back and I tell mama and everybody around me every day, I'm like, yo, God cleaning the industry for people like me. So
is there an NLE day in fucking Memphis? Is there? I mean, did you do it yet? Did you meet the mayor?
Soon to be one for sure.
Holla at the mayor. Send your mom over there. Talk to the mayor, yo. Get that mayor out, yo. Get him out to speak at the house, man. We gotta get NLE on the show, but you gotta be like the first podcast. You don't want to be like the third podcast because it kicks in.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's like 3 hours. It's like an hour each podcast. So I'm like scared on the third one. We had the Fat Albert nigga.
Oh, Keenan Thompson. Yeah, him and Keenan. He was probably like 5 shrooms in.
Damn.
And then him and Keenan touched us, like it was a sensitive topic. Keenan was really pretty much preaching like we shouldn't use the word nigga anymore.
Yeah.
Right? He was like, you know, we the only group that uses a word that puts us down, you know, to show love. And Tyson was like, man, fuck that. I'm always gonna be a nigga. And we were like, and we was all okay, yeah, that's my nigga, man. Like, that's my nigga, man.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not scared of no man. But whatever Tyson say in the room goes, bro. Like whatever he say, I'm not arguing with him. Hey, bro, yeah, you got it, yeah. Yes, it could be the wrongest shit. I'm gonna agree with him. I'm like, you know what, Tyson? That is very intellectual. I agree. Unless you ready to go to jail behind a firearm, don't fuck with him, because if you ain't ready to get up and put a bullet in that man, don't say shit to him.
Yeah, you ain't winning that fight.
Everybody want to be free, so I'd rather just take the high road. He get mad at me. All right, Tyson, I'll see you another time. Hopefully we on better terms when I see you.
I think we got a lot of respect for Keenan that day because he stood his ground.
Yeah, he did.
He stood his ground, and he ain't back down from his argument. So everybody was like, you know what? we got respect for him, but
for sure.
we was kind of scared for him too. Tyson started turning
like,
up.
yo, relax.
We like, oh shit, this ain't gonna snuff him.
Yo, being 20, how old are you in Memphis? Are you like 30? Are you like an adult? Because when I used to interview Lil Wayne back in the days when he was like 14, but then he became like 21, he was like, oh, I'm an OG because I survived. Like,
yeah.
So is that the same with Memphis? Like if you're like 30 or 20, if 20 is like you're 30.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you talk like an adult right now.
Yeah, for sure, an OG. Like more than it. I be talking to people older than me about how they should live.
You're more of an adult than
a
older
lot of people
motherfuckers.
around for sure. So
and the fact that we didn't talk about the experience with Timbaland yet, it shows how idiots we are. How was that like to be in the studio with this guy? Does he lay it first, or does he do it in front of you live? Or
this man went into the studio.
Did he have a turtleneck?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's a diesel nigga, man. That is like mad big, yo.
They was making the beat, man. And they couldn't find like a clap and like some other type of instrument they couldn't find. This nigga Timbaland said, I got it. And he walked in the studio. He was did some shit with his mouth and made the beat in the studio like some shit. And we just I'm looking around the studio, everybody just looking normal. I'm like, y'all know that shit is not normal, right? I'm like, niggas not doing that.
Yo.
He sat down, he reclined his seat. Just like this, and the mic was right here.
Freaky.
It's just doing, and it made a beat, bro. And that shit is on the Cottonwood 2 album. The song is called like "On God."
Yo, we gotta.
And that was your first time working with him?
First time, bro.
Damn, man, that's a freaking legend right there.
Hands down, this guy, man. You got the top, like what? Top 5? You got one of the top 5 that did a record for you.
And
Dr. Dre's not that far.
Yeah, he's coming. He's in the pipeline too, man.
He's another diesel guy. If you wearing turtlenecks too. Every time I hang with Dre, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Come on, like, it's hot out here in Cali, man. He be like, yeah.
And I'm sure these producers love when you get on their track because you bring so much energy on their song. It's like, damn.
The energy I brought to him looked at me. He was like, yo. He was speechless.
It's crazy.
And like when we came in the next day, we had two different days. The first day he was like, damn. Then the next day we came, he was like, the way he spoke so highly of me. He was like, he kept asking all the producers in the room, like, what the hell we doing? What are we doing? We gonna make some hits or what? He was getting on everybody's ass, and then it was like, shit, we just waiting on Chop. We'll see which one he fuck with. He said, y'all ain't waiting on Chop. He cocked and loaded. He always cocked and loaded. And I was just like, I fuck with that, man.
That's dope, man.
So it was just beautiful. A legend in the building. He realized my talent, and he wasn't on no hating shit.
Don't let fucking Quincy Jones text you, man. I don't know, man.
No, me and Quincy Jones' son, speaking of him,
that's the homie right there, QD.
Q. So what's crazy, the last song that Tupac was supposed to record on, Tupac read it out. It was called Family Pictures. Wow. He tried to wake up the Outlaws, and they wouldn't wake up. And to do a song with him, so he didn't do the song, and then like the next day he had to go to Vegas, and that's where he lost his life. It was crazy. I got in with Q, and Q blessed me with that beat, and I did the song for Pac, finished it off, and named it Family Pictures.
That's crazy, yo.
So I'm gonna drop that probably. I don't know when, but I want to sit
this Saturday.
No.